What's some noise right there?
You guys know Jay on air. I love his content. First of all,
Thank you
how
so
do you
much.
wear high heels? Those high heels, you see his leg like this. Wait, who buys those shoes for you?
So there's history, right? So I think the first time I made a skit wearing those heels was like about 4 or 5 years ago. And so immediately after I did it, I felt sick for like 3 days. Because I shot the skits and it was under the sun and I didn't think it was that difficult.
Yeah.
I was like, I went back home, I had malaria. You know. But of course, when you do something constantly, you learn. And so women are always sending me DMs. How come you know how to wear heels more than me?
I don't understand.
It's practice.
You the hair, where do you get this hair from? Like, and I'm like, if people are looking for hair, look at this man just using hair anyhow.
I mean, you know, when you do something as well, eventually brands start collaborating with you. So a lot of the clothes, a lot of the hair, people want to give stuff to me. I remember a lady that got married some years ago, and she said she was clearing her house, I think from the US actually, and she said, you know, Jay, I'm such a huge fan of your content. I don't want to give up my wedding dress. I feel like you're going to need it for content.
Oh my God.
And she sent it all the way from the US, to me here.
So that wedding dress one, that skit you did was...
Yes, it's somebody's wedding dress she wore on her wedding day. That she said that she used it to make skits. She said she didn't know what to do with it. So, I mean, it's amazing.
The ideas for your content, I mean, I watched the one recently. That the way you, like the mother that you take to your church, to a new Pentecostal church, and she's telling you like that nonsense you are saying. What's your pastor wearing? See her nails, and it was so relatable because when I started going to Harvesters many years ago, my mother kept saying, "You come to redeem. What are you doing at Harvesters? What are they saying there?" And I brought her this. So I could relate immediately. How do you come up with the ideas and concepts for this your skits?
I mean, to be honest, I'm constantly observing. I'm constantly studying people, studying things. So when I'm sitting down in a place, my mind is working. I mean, I'm looking at this audience. I'm looking at their faces. I'm looking at their reactions. I'm looking at their different wigs, the color of shoe. You know, my mind is constantly just picking things. Sometimes it doesn't register, but when I need content, you know, it just comes back. Sometimes I write things. Sometimes it's just at the back of my mind. But also, I'm always open to like divine direction. I know today is like a church episode I was watching. I'm always, you know, praying to God. And sometimes when videos do so well, I know that the hand of God is obviously upon it. Because if you watch my videos sometimes, I'm not doing, it's not as if I did too much. But when people can relate to something, they just take it around the world. So I'm grateful.
Jay, me, I know your content. I remember Jay on air some years back. This Jay is very fresh.
I know.
Please, your business is really working. I mean, come on, this guy is making money. Please, how can we, the regular Nigerian people, make money like you on content creation? Like, what did you learn the skill? What was it? Was it a particular thing you learned to get to this point? Because I remember when you started in the early days. You were still looking very scruffy a bit, but now you're GQ, man.
I'm trying. I'm going to the gym now so that body can.
You're really on point. So tell me, like.
But I think that at the end of the day, you have to give yourself time. You know, you have to give yourself time. I know when you say things like, people are like, nah, everything, now everything they talk all the time, Jerry. But that is the truth. You won't start making money. Of course, there are people that start making content on Monday and on Wednesday they blow up. That wasn't my story because I never thought I was going to be a content creator. But I followed the journey. And I also made sure that, you know, my content is very respectable. So even though I make content about women, I'm not trying to mock women. So that's why you see I'm hosting a lot of events that women call me to host their events. So if you are making content mocking women, you won't get those kind of jobs. You know, you just have to be wise about it. Of course, people just think that it's just an easy thing. Where skits make people laugh. There are people that you watch their videos and you're like, what is this person doing? This is not your calling. You know, so it's also about learning. You know, I'm constantly learning and also improving on myself. You know, constantly taking courses. You know, that's what people don't want to hear. And constantly expanding your brand because at the end of the day, you are not going to be trending forever.
True.
And that's why I'm also grateful to God that, I mean, I'm not the topmost skit maker in the world or in Africa or in Nigeria, but I've carved a niche for myself.
Absolutely.
I have a community. And so what I just try to do is, I'm not trying to be viral all the time, just have a constant community. There are people that don't even have as many followers as I have and are doing so well. So don't be so moved by saying, you know, I have to hit. Do you know that I went for an event where I was asked to mentor some people, and some of the people, they had millions of followers, but they were not getting brand deals. They were not making money off their content. So it just goes to show people, sometimes it's not just about the numbers. What value are you bringing?
Value.
You know, what value are you bringing to people?
I absolutely love that. So whenever I watch you, I mean, whenever I'm down, I go to your page. I know I'm going to laugh. Like, whenever, this morning when I got the news that the people we invited are not coming in, I was just, before I called my producer, I was really upset. So I went to your page first, and I just started laughing. I said, this guy will not kill me. You know, he just gave me, so when you say value, you bring value to people like me, as I'm really grateful for that.
Yes, thank you.
But I wanted to ask you, I was really curious about your height.
Yeah.
But did you mock you about your height growing up? I always wonder, like, and the ways that short people like tall girls. Are you also attracted to tall girls? Because that's what we hear. But I want to be sure that
that's interesting. True? You know, I've done so many interviews over the last. Nobody has ever asked me that. But my height has always been an insecurity for me. I'm not insecure anymore.
Yeah, of course. Before the billions you're making.
Yes, but I was definitely insecure about it, and I just got to a point where I had to love myself.
Right.
And my height wasn't the only thing. There are so many things that I was insecure about. But if you just sit down on your insecurities, there are so many things you will not be able to achieve.
Yeah.
Because I also host stuff. And, you know, I also felt like my height was going to work. Think about people that host right now. Ebuka, Ike Osako-Dua.
Yes, now.
You know, Mr. Oscar Oyinson.
Yes.
They are tall. To be honest, if you are hosting something, especially as a woman, they like a tall man that looks a certain way and sounds a certain way. But I'm right at the back of these people. You know, if you look at last year, I hosted a lot of events because I did not give up and say my height, my height, my height. You can always carve a niche for yourself. And you know, that also makes me stand out. Yes, when I enter a place, it's easy to see me. You know, it's that short. There are so many tall men everywhere. You know, it's easy to see me. But it's to be honest, it's constant work. And as somebody that is a creative, content creators constantly put out content. You're always giving of yourself. It's also important that you take in.
Absolutely.
So it's important for me to watch things that educates me, things that inspire me, things that just make me better. Because you just realize that you keep on giving, and at the end of the day, you're so empty and you have nothing on the inside.
You didn't answer the second part of the question. Are you attracted to tall girls?
Oh, tall girls are beautiful. I love them all.
So, because they say short people like tall people. So I wanted to be sure, is it true?
No, so my eldest brother, right? Shout out to my brother, Klolade. His wife is tall, you know. But, you know,
he's your height.
Yes, you know. It's not my fault that models like me. I just appreciate it.
I love it. So are we dating now?
Are we dating? We are concentrating on the business.
Story. You better sell your shots because there's some correct women that are looking for correct men. You know, women, they're doing very well. So
yes,
we want to know if you are available. If you're available, if you're not available, it's understandable. Please keep cooking yourself.
So I won't say that I'm available. I'm more in the headspace of, because when I love, I'm a lover.
Yeah.
You understand?
Love. I can see it right away. Because you got me a love cake. I can tell that you're in love.
Yo, I am a lover. And I realized that, at least when I started making stuff for myself more, that when I get into relationships, I would only be giving of gifts and money, not time. And that's a misconception people have.
Some of us like that. Don't worry, we don't need your time.
No,
just make the money available.
That is what, so to be honest, that is what a lot of women think. So a lot of women think that, you know, just be giving me the money. Let me just fly me out to places. Just give me the gift. I remember somebody I was dating at the time, and I was so busy that day, I think 2 or 3 years ago. And so I just bought an expensive gift, did an entire thing for her and everything, but I was not available.
Aww.
And so she called me and said, I'm so grateful about these things, but
it's you I want.
I wanted you to be here to celebrate my birthday with me. And so I just realized that, that shows I'm not ready. I need to be in a headspace where I will not just give you things, but also give you of myself. That's important.
So we appreciate it. But those of us that are single, we're just saying, is there a timeline? So should we apply next year, or should we, like, when is the timeline? Just give us an idea. Many of us are single.
Yes.
And when they get me a fine bachelor like this, he's making money, he looks, you have to give us a timeline. When should we apply?
In the words of Carrie Hilson, sometimes love comes around and it knocks you down.
Hey, so wait for that time. Okay.
So you never know.
Okay, no problem. So you've crossed over 500,000 followers. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you.
So what's the next big thing you're working on? I mean, you're a content creator.
Yeah.
Are we doing big screen? What's the new thing you're doing?
Yeah, I have a movie. I did a movie last year, February. Timmy Guson's directorial debut. Not directorial debut, first cinema movie.
Yeah.
Real Love last year.
Real Love, I think Yes, I remember that.
And so next month, I also have a movie coming out. I cannot say much about it, but cast revealing, everything's going
Cinema?
Cinema as well.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Please, can we do a private screening here? Tell your people, let's plan a private screening here.
See, there are so many things we are going to plan together.
Yes, let's plan it together so that we can invite our people to here.
what else? I started the first season of my own show as well. That is why this is inspiring to me.
Yes.
I mean, it's not a live show.
I love it.
Please put your hands together for this.
Your interviews are so nice.
Thank
I
you so
love the one
much.
with Tiwa. I love I watch them.
Yeah.
And they're very deep. I love the way you are able to extract
Yeah.
them together. You make them comfortable.
Yes.
And they then say quite a bit. So
Yes.
I love that. Well done.
Thank
so
you
you're going
so
to take
much.
that more
Yes,
guests?
we're already recording the new season. It's going to be fantastic. In fact, I remember getting a DM from Tiwa Savage after I interviewed her and said, my team has been talking. And this has been the best conversation we've had, so far.
Wow.
Because for me, when you come on my platform, I'm not trying to just talk about the negatives. There are things that are inspiring, that are beautiful. Someone like Tiwa Savage released her first single when she was 31.
Yes, that's huge.
That's 31 is old in the entertainment space, but she still went
still
for it.
on,
That's one of the things that inspired me. But aside that, I have a huge event that is happening in March as well, apart from the movie.
Okay.
I'm planning a conference. My content, I do a lot of 9-to-5 content, HR content, Madam HR and all of that. So I want to have a conference where 9-to-5ers can come together and actually learn from established people in the industry, corporate Nigeria. It's different from what a skillmaker would do, but I'm always thinking legacy.
Oh, nice.
Not
Is
just
it free?
now, legacy.
Is it free or I have to pay for it? Is it free?
It's paid for.
Paid for.
It's paid for. But don't worry, as we get closer to the time, MAB is going to get some.
Okay. because on our show, we always like our guests to jabber, to give us to declare. So you can declare some tickets or if you want to give us cash, we don't mind, but you can just in case. So usually, but thank you very much. Let me end the interview first. Thank you very much for coming. We appreciate you. And we also want to support you all the time. Let us know. We're always here for you.
Thank you so much.